This is Trae from Mouthful, and you're watching the Metal Teddy Bear Experience podcast.
The Metal Teddy Bear Experience has begun.
And welcome back to the Metal Teddy Bear Experience podcast right now. Your host, Chris. We got my boy, Jesse. What's up, man?
Yo, what's up, guys?
And here on episode 45, we have Trae Roberts of Mouth for War. What's up, man? How you doing?
Yo, how's it going, guys?
Where are you calling in from right now?
Colorado Springs.
Nice. Did you guys get like a really bad winter storm over there recently?
Yeah, like a couple weeks ago, and like a million other times for sure.
Yeah, no, I always hear about the storms. That my friend moved out there, and he said his first week out there, it snowed in, so he had to work from home and all this stuff. He couldn't even get out. But I heard recently it was really bad too.
Yeah, it happens. Half the time it just melts like the next day, thankfully.
Wow. Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, I have a cousin that lives in Colorado, and she said it's the craziest weather. Like, you'll have 60-degree day, and it'll just snow the next day, and then it'll be overcast, and then it'll be great again. You're like, what the hell? It's like
it'll do all that in one day, honestly.
Yeah, that's wild. Especially because I love my sandals. I would get pissed if I get snowed in.
Well, a little bit about the album you guys are putting out May 14th, Life Cast in Glass. How excited are you for this release?
Oh, I'm so excited, ready to get this stuff off my chest.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the writing process for it. I know it was like a very emotional album for you. How did that whole process go down?
Yeah, the whole record is about my sister that actually was killed at the beginning of 2020. And I think that combined with like the forced quarantine kind of just created a beast of something that I probably couldn't have made without what went down realistically. So it's a good and a bad thing, but we definitely dropped everything we had into making this record and recording it on our own and everything, and we're really happy with how it came together.
Yeah, but with such a heavy topic, did you have to prepare yourself for it, or were you just happen to be ready at the time to talk about it upon writing the album, or is it something you had to like talk to yourself and be like, I think I'm ready? Or was it for maybe other people they went through a similar situation? You were like, for people going through similar situations?
Yeah, it has kind of been like that for me. Honestly, it was the only help with grieving or getting through a little bit of it at the beginning there, but definitely putting it out in general for everybody to hear what I'm talking about is emotional. But my goal overall is definitely in hopes that someone else and going through the same thing as me will hear this and maybe help them through their time.
Yeah, it's also sorry for your loss too. So sorry about that. But
It.
yeah, it's super, man. It must be super hard, because that's the first thing that went through my mind when I heard about that. I was very curious about the mindset of getting ready, especially because you guys are no nonsense. So I already think when you guys go into like a jam spot and writing, you guys are kind of like, let's fuck some shit up. So it must be also weird to go in with because you guys are very raw, very aggressive, and it's also like to add in that emotional side of it too. It was like, man, it's pumping in for a hard ass record, let me tell you. The singles, damn.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you feel like a sense of relief now that the album's out? You kind of like went through all that process and everything like that. Do you kind of feel like, like that chapter's over, I can move on to a new chapter now?
Definitely, in a sense, at least even just with the two songs that we've put out so far, we still have a few weeks, but even just that has been a very large relief.
You guys actually dropped a brand new song today with Metal Insider, Slave to Your Ghost. Tell us a little bit about that song and that music video.
That's probably one of my favorite songs on the record. We had a lot of fun making that video with Eric. We went into it and he pretty much said, let's make it look like an MTV video. Let's make it look like 5 Minutes Alone by Pantera with all the close-up crazy shots. And it definitely came out exactly how we wanted it. So we knew we had to make that song one of the singles.
You mentioned Pantera. Is that like a huge influence for the band?
I would say in its ways, not like directly as much as the first EP at least, but for me as a guitarist and a musician, for sure. So it kind of translates.
I definitely hear the influences too. And also, I'm very curious. Are you guys fans of Kublai Khan?
I think they're a pretty sick band.
Yeah, because I was about to say, I was like, man, vocals, like both your vocals, man, you guys have maybe the angriest in the game. I was like, dude, it sounds like hate itself is coming out of your vocal cords. And that's why I was just like, damn, it's amazing. Like, yeah, like sometimes, like, you know, especially in metal, sometimes like people are either about like the instruments or about the vocals, you know, whatever, depending on the musical genre. Like thrash, it's all about riffs and like hardcore, you know. But like I feel like even with how heavy your music is, with your vocals on top, I'm like, dude, I'm ready to pit. Like, get me out of quarantine. I don't even care. I'm not even a pit like hardcore. I'll get kicked in the face. I'll take it just to go. I'm like, let's go. Let's get it going.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I definitely worked on like the sounds that I've always been familiar with making live that have been hard for me to do in the studio over recording this record. And I think everything I wanted to do happened. So I'm super happy with how the vocals on the new album came out.
Did you like how many times did you record them over? Is it like the same track, like layer it over? Did you record it multiple times and use that? I know that's a different technique some vocalists use.
There's a few, you can hear like the spots where there's layers where like, cause as I said, I produce it a lot of times just for emphasis or just like to dance around in your ears. I'll have my center track with me doing a high on both left and right ears kind of thing. But other than that, I try to just have me right in the center, all my solid takes. Like I do split it up a little bit sometimes if I'm like having to do a mouthful, but yeah, I try to make it just one driving down the center for the most part.
Cool. Yeah, we were the other day, me and Jess were talking about Meshuggah and how consistent they are. And I kind of get that vibe with you guys when I listen to your records where the consistency is there with every track. Like, you know, you don't go all over the place. It's like a solid, like you said, right down the center.
Hell yeah. That's sick because we also love Meshuggah.
What's your favorite Meshuggah album?
Pretty sure it's called None, the fucking old as fuck one. Yeah. That's the one that I listen to a lot. I can't say that I super go into all their other albums. It'll be like I'll let it shuffle. But when I'm like I want to listen to them, I just put that album on and listen to the whole thing. Nice. They pretty much fucking created breakdowns in that record right there.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, that was something I remember I had a debate with, I think it was my brother, because we were like at random, because everyone always like attributes like Pantera, right? Because they were like really famous. They were like that first real famous band that kind of brought the like breakdown or just like, you know, really. And I was kind of like, isn't Meshuggah like the same age? And we kind of like went back and like, you know, because obviously they're in Sweden at the time. They're not getting the huge success that Pantera had. But I was like, you know, I was like, one was a hair metal band and Meshuggah sounded like Metallica. It was weird as shit when they first came out. And then all of a sudden they just like deviate hardcore. It was like, whoa, what the hell? It's just like they go from Metallica to Bleed. That's what I mean. Like, it's weird.
So we have a segment on the show called Get to Know the Band, and we're going to try to get to know Mouth for War. So question number one, who's the band member that needs their alone time?
Probably Jonah, for sure.
Nice. Is that because he just gets tired of you guys? He just kind of like takes naps and stuff like that? What's the...
I think it's kind of like a mental health thing, which is a little bit of the same for me. I like a little bit of an overstimulation thing. Yeah. Him and I have a lot of the same qualities in that sense.
Sweet. Okay. And who's the funny guy on tour or in the band?
I don't know. We're all pretty fucking funny, but if I say me, everybody's going to be pissed if it's just me. So, but I'm going to say it anyways. Probably me or Jonah too.
Is it because you guys do like pranks on each other or just like quote movies or what is it?
We're just dumb as shit. I couldn't even begin to tell you. I don't know. We're all just high off our rockers all the time.
That's awesome. My God. Yeah, Jesse's our funny guy in this group. He's always quoting something or making fun of someone.
Yeah, just steal. I don't make money, so I just steal everyone else's funny parts. That's all I do. I have a really good ear. That's all I do.
All right, next question. Who's the guy most likely to complain on tour?
I don't know.
It could be like
me. I think everybody. I got really lucky with the group of guys that we got. We all have the same goal for sure, and we're like, yes, we're gonna be on the road all the time, and all of us need to understand that we can each be fucking annoying too. And I think we've just like, most of us are roommates already, so it's kind of normal. So we get used to each other and try not to let any weird shit happen. But
yeah. No, we got that too. Where like sometimes the band members like, I just need my space or whatever. But like the other guy too, he's like, I complain in a funny way because I just like making people laugh at like the way I complain.
Yeah.
Kind of like a New York accent kind of complaining thing or a Boston accent kind of thing. People do that all the time.
I will say, do you guys have a band house? Is that what you said? Like most of you guys like live together?
Not quite all of us, but as of right now, 3 of us live together. One of them actually moved out
Okay.
just now, like right now.
Oh, jeez. Let's say, because I always thought, like, I know, like, it could, like, obviously, if you guys like don't particularly like each other, that could be a bad move. But when I see bands do that, like Born of Osiris, they bought like themselves like a mansion, and it was just
I've seen that. I would love something like that because like we definitely all get along that much to where we could just fucking most of the time like we'll get together and we all just hang out at the table, only practice a little bit anyways. So like we just like hanging out. So when we go on tour, it's like, fuck yeah, we just get to hang out all day for like 2 weeks.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's actually the thing you want the most. It's like, I hate when I hear like my favorite bands, like, yeah, we go on tour, kind of fucking hate everybody, but we like to do what we do. It's like, that doesn't sound like it's going to last. That's not good. I really want to see you guys live one day.
No, that's all we want to do is tour, meet new people, smoke weed in new cities and just fucking hang out.
There we go.
Life, right?
Yes.
Last one for get to know the band. Who's the mom and dad in the group?
2 people or
maybe
probably
one person takes both.
me and Mason for sure. I mean, I do primarily everything in general, but Mason's always he's the papaw type. It's like, oh, you gotta try to do this kind of guy. We always make fun of him for it, but yeah.
Are you like the manager of the band, or do you guys actually have someone for that?
As like a actual manager, we do have our label owner manages us, but I do like I'm the guy that does everything other than his
liaison kind of.
It's kind of like a tour manager kind of position. Like you're handling, like you're talking to everybody, and like
when we do tour, I do handle that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
too.
I'm a fucking adult. I get confused and tired real quick.
No, yeah.
Like when do we got load in? I just fall asleep.
And speaking about touring and shows, when's the last time you guys played a show?
Friday the 13th in March of last year, 2020. So
over a year now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. Damn, I wasn't sure how the restrictions were there. I know we went to one bar and there's a person playing an acoustic guitar just on the stage, and we're like, oh, okay. But no show.
Like that's new.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, people were like sneaking shows. They were just like, hey, you want to come in? And it's just a band playing. I'm like, all right, I guess I got to hear live music again. That was weird. I was like, it's pretty cool. I was like, I just heard a lot of Bruno Mars covers. It's like, oh, okay, whatever.
I think we're definitely getting close to being back. I mean, obviously there's stuff getting announced in like July and August, but I'm excited.
Yeah, summer's where everything opens up.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially with all the vaccines rolling out and stuff. I don't know where you guys are from, but they're rolling out really quick where we're at.
Oh, nice.
New Jersey for us.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Luckily, where I work, they just have like access to. They have a vaccine site there, so I was able to sneak in, get a couple shooty shots on me. It was pretty cool.
Get them done quick. That's cool. Yeah. I still got to get my second one, but we got it started.
Are you a Pfizer? What are you, Pfizer, Moderna boy?
Moderna. I just went to the first place that said I could come.
Man, I think we got to end this interview. I'm a Pfizer boy. Get me on
the worries, I'm out.
He's Pfizer? Nah, I'm out, man. Okay, thanks for the invite, but I don't want to talk to them. Okay. Just can't say what happened. Yeah, no, it's did you get any side effects?
Nah, not at all.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I heard people get really bad ones. Yeah. Like they're basically out for the whole day.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
We'll see how the second one is. It might do that.
Yeah. You just gotta watch out. Everyone likes to tell you awful stories. Oh, I got the vaccine. Oh, yeah. Wait, dude. Actually, it was Chris. My aunt and uncle couldn't breathe. And it was just like, oh, thanks for telling me. I just got it.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Like,
that's weird.
Yeah, they had allergic reactions. I was like, all right, thanks for telling me, I guess. And I was like sitting there. It's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll buy Benadryl.
Well, on a nice little funny note right here, the random silly question segment, we ask you 3 random questions. Here we go. Question number 1, what was the last thing you Google searched?
Let's see here. I'm scared.
Doja Cat. Oh, there you go.
Simple.
Nice. Okay. Jesse, what'd you Google today?
Not gonna lie, dude. As you can tell by the flag, I'm a little bit of a weeb. One Piece chapter 10-11. The scans came out today. It was a good time.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Are you into anime at all or no?
I'm not. I'm like the only person in my friend group that isn't.
Stay away,
I
dude.
feel like that too. Like I watched Dragon Ball Z when I was younger, but Jesse's all into it now.
Yeah, it's whatever. I don't have that as my identity. I just kind of get addicted to a show, and if it's an anime, sadly, I look like a fucking weirdo. It's like an almost 30-year-old. I'm like, yo, you want to watch these cartoons with me? It's like, no, I want to go work my full-time job and watch a documentary, maybe have some wine. I'm like, oh, whatever, nerd.
All right, have you seen the movie The Hangover?
Oh yeah.
All right, which member would be each character?
Oh shit. I'm gonna have to be the baby. So, all right.
Okay, we haven't gotten that one.
Shit, I don't know. I don't remember any of the dudes' names.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
so bad at stuff. I'm so bad at fucking pop culture stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, just for listeners too who don't know, Bradley Cooper plays Phil. Ed Helms plays Stu, the guy who got the tattoo on his face, the dentist. Zach Galifianakis is Alan, who roofies everyone, and Justin Bartha is Doug, who they find on the roof.
And then Ken Jeong, Mr. Chow.
Oh yeah, Ken Jeong is Mr. Chow. Yeah.
So ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know how to answer that one very well, honestly.
It's all right.
Okay, we got another one for you. We got a bunch.
We got a list.
Yeah. All right.
Thank
How
God.
much sawdust can you put on a Rice Krispie before someone would notice?
I'd say 1/4 of a cup.
There we go.
Wow,
We have a baker on our hands.
A little bit. I love
It's
to
funny.
cook.
Whenever we interview someone, they usually give us grams.
Yeah.
1 gram,
yeah?
2 grams. Yeah, it's funny
Yeah.
like that.
It was someone who gave a very specific amount. I was like, well, okay, so you sell weed on the side, I guess. He was just like,
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think 1 sprinkle. That's like
Yeah, I was
pinch,
just like,
whatever.
it's crazy, dude.
All right. Next question is: if this album was made into a movie, which actor would you want to play it? Any actor you want.
Oh shit. Tom Green.
Tom Green. Is that the dude with the podcast and he used to prank people and stuff like that? Or am I thinking
Probably. He used to have an MTV show, I think, but he's on I don't know. He's made Freddie Got Fingered. It's probably not a movie that everybody knows. I'm trying to think of a really popular Tom
Stealing
Green
Harvard.
I don't know if I know that movie.
You don't know that? Jason Lee. It's when his daughter goes into Harvard.
I
It was
love
just him.
Jason Lee, but I didn't know of any
Yeah, that's an
movies
old
that he
ass
was in.
movie. Yeah, it's an old ass movie. It was him and Tom Green. He's like his dumb friends. Like, dude, we gotta steal money. He's like, I know a guy. And it's just him
Okay,
and Tom
I'm gonna
Green.
have to watch that because I love
Yeah.
Tom Green and Jason Lee.
What's
I
it
just
called?
re-finished My Name Is Earl.
Oh, that's nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, dude, it's an old one too.
Oh, yeah.
Hell, I haven't watched that. 2002.
Really? Shit.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, dude. Even Leslie Mann too. Jesus Christ.
It's only
It's a lot
20
of-
years, man. Almost 20 years at least.
I love that movie, dude. When I was a kid, I was like, yeah, this is awesome.
See, something came out of the random silly question side. We all got a movie to watch, so
You didn't watch Stealing Harvard either?
no. Can't
Jesus
say I have.
Christ, what have I do? What am I doing?
Night, we'll put it on. All right, man. Before we let you go, upcoming plans for the band and best place to pick up the record, Live Casting Glass.
As far as picking up the record, you can get it at 1126records.com. It's pretty easy to remember. We're going to drop this record and just ride it out until it's time to play shows, which hopefully we can have a big release show here at home in the summer. And we're definitely going to be back on the road in the fall time. And after we hit the road once, that's all we're going to do. So we're going to be putting this record in everyone's mouth. So
I was about to say also, dude, because you have your own jam spot. Were you thinking of ever doing any kind of you said ride it out, so you're not going to do any like studio videos of like jamming the songs or any live streams?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do some guitar playthroughs, some drum playthroughs, and I think we're probably gonna plan a live stream for. It's actually a full studio in here, but also jam spot. So yeah, we did a little production of a live stream like way before we decided to put this record out, and had some like technical difficulties, and it like went super well. But it was like an hour after everybody thought we were gonna be on, and then everything started working. So we were just like, go. So like we like watched it and we're like, yo, that's sick. We should definitely do that again when like more people will probably see. So that's something we've been talking about for sure.
That's awesome. I look forward to that, especially just again, man. Nothing I love more, man. I love metal and I love hardcore, but man, when you guys just bring the heavy and just thickness, it pisses me off my new car, dude. I bought a used car and the speakers suck ass. So when I put like heavy tunes like you guys, it like the speakers are weak-willed. They can't handle it. I'm like, damn it.
You know,
Same. My car's the same way.
Oh, dude, it pisses me off. I'm like, I probably can't afford it. I'm gonna go to Best Buy and buy new speakers. I need the heaviness in my car for the love of God.
Hell yeah.
just dropping the album title one more time. Life Cast in Glass. Trae, thank you so much for joining the show, man. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah,
dude, come back on anytime. You got anything to announce? For sure.
For sure.
And also, if you guys are touring and hopefully everything goes well, we're definitely going to see you guys because.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully I lose some weight by then, so I get my cardio popping.
We'll hit the East Coast probably. Probably one of the first places we'll go is the East Coast.
That's awesome to hear. Not the West Coast, always East.
Boo, West Coast.
We got a lot of friends out there we've been dying to see. So.
Oh, my man. Well, I look forward to it. Have fun at work and thank you again so much.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you guys again.
And welcome back to the Metal Teddy Bear Experience podcast right now. Your host, Chris. We got Jesse. What's up, dude?
What's up, Chris? It's Jesse here with the Metal Teddy Bear Experience podcast, co-host.
Hope you guys enjoyed Trae Roberts of the band Mouth for War, Life Casting Glass, May 14th, brand new record coming out. Get it. I just realized how far away that is too, because it's right now, it's like late April. Album's not out for a while. But anyway, yeah, check them out. They're really cool. He said you could pick it up from their record company, 1126 Records. You can pick it up from their website. Jesse, you look confused.
I was doing the math. I think that's actually 3 weeks away.
Yeah, in my head I thought it was sooner, like the album release. I thought
because May 1st is Saturday, next Saturday. So I was like, oh shit.
Actually, when this drops, it's actually going to be only 1 week away, so it's not getting that far off.
1 week away. Yeah, when you said that, I was like, yeah. Now that the album dropped, I was like, idiot.
Did I say that?
Yeah. It's like now with the album out, are you like? I was like,
no, like finished.
But you used the wrong verb.
Yeah, for that question, I mean, like, get out of here, bud. Get out of here. Episode 45. Jesse doesn't know what he's talking about.
What?
5 episodes in, doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
I'm wearing my collared shirt for this shit.
But yeah, guys, concert's coming back. Jesse, we're gonna go see Between the Bear to Me. How excited are you for that?
Dude, if everything goes through the way it's supposed to go through, we got a lot of cool concerts coming up. And now that I'm vaccinated and I feel like I'm God, and Bill Gates is watching everywhere I go and watching my back and everything I do, I feel shout out BG. Shout out BG. You're a cute cat. I love you, man. BG right here. Slap you. He can feel that.
Anyway.
No, we got actually my first concert back will be in July and it will be Primus. If everything goes through. And then I think also Primus? I don't know. They're doing 2 sets though. They're doing they're doing a Rush set. They were doing well, no, it might be with another band, but they are doing 2 sets because they were doing a Rush album in full in honor of Neil Peart. And then they were doing a best of set. So they were going to do the Rush album and then their songs. I don't know in what order. And then Lamb of God and Megadeth later that month, and then the Between the Bear to Me shows one after the other.
I really hope these shows happen too. It's been so long, and not even for us as fans going. I feel bad for the bands there. They make their meat and potatoes on tour, and now they can't do that. And when I was talking to Joe from Gojira, check that out on SoundCloud.com/WMSC
and YouTube.
And the YouTube. But yeah, no, when I was talking to him, he says it's commercial suicide to release an album without touring on it. He's like, you basically lose all the momentum on it. It becomes old, and then people don't want to come, see on. Like the band I thought of too was like Currents. They came out with a brand new album. They never got to tour on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel bad
when
for
they
Currents.
come out. They had an album out, but people were like, oh yeah, that album, whatever. It's not like fresh in your mind where you're like, dude, I gotta see this. Like I'm sure you felt like this all the time, and people listening right now or watching, you listen to an album, you're like, wow, I just want to experience this live. I want to hear this live in person. I want to, blah blah blah. And then sometimes that goes away because you find something new. Avid concert goers will still go to the shows, but you know what I mean.
I do. I honestly think it helped them, but also hurt them because nothing was happening, so they got a lot of coverage on them. But Loathe, I felt like that kind of hit them the most. Actually, no, Code Orange, because I think we agreed they were ready to explode. They were on the Knotfest tour, and they were playing in arenas as a band that was harder than any band on that goddamn tour. So it's weird for a band that heavy
on tour.
It was, dude, between Under Oath, A Day to Remember, and Slipknot's hard, but like they're just not the same. Like, because also they don't play all
of hard.
Yeah, but they don't sit there and play only like for a self-titled in Iowa. They do a lot of like in between songs where it's like kind of soft. Like besides, what's the ballad kind of? It's not even a ballad, but the softer song. Whatever, the song Forever that like was their single that was kind of rocky. Besides that song, all their songs are just hard. Like, I can't imagine. Also, they only get 30 minutes, so they're gonna play hard songs nonstop. Like,
is that Fur or Fear, something like that?
In Fear, no, that's the new album. Off of Forever.
Yeah.
No, whatever the hell it is. Bleeding in the Blur.
I knew it was something with Fur. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Bleeding in the Blur also, and then on the new album, Sulfur Surroundings also like Underneath, but Underneath's got a really hard part in it. But like I felt bad for them, but I think second would be Loathe because they got a lot of traction because of YouTube reactions and guitarists being obsessed with their tone, and then the album like itself was just becoming a legendary album on its own. Like everybody loved it. Everyone that actually knew about it loved it. No one that listened to it, well, except for your dumbass, didn't have it as their top one or two. Yeah, that's right. You put it.
I had it in my top 10. Come on.
Dare you? It had to be top 2. There's only 2 exceptions. 2 because you put Code Orange in number 1. That's it. Those 2 albums, number 1 and 2.
I mean, no shout out to Code Orange, but they didn't get that. I'm sorry.
You're insane.
But shout out to Black Crown Initiate. What?
Yeah, Black Crown Initiate.
Poster right behind you, but don't give them a shout.
Well, yeah, but they're in top 5 material, and that's I don't even know. Yeah, they're top. How? They're top 5 material always. It's tough. I'm also the worst because I think of like top 5s as like a meta, almost like a sport, where it's like if I chose my top 5, but I have a preference for your top 5. Like there's bands that you could have in your top 5, and if you don't have any of them, I'm very surprised. Is that kind of weird? Where like I didn't put them in my top 5, but I want them to be in other people's top 5.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Where I'm like, I didn't want to put it because I love these albums. I'm like, that album better be in people's top 5.
You're rooting for the band.
Yeah, and I'm like, because obviously I didn't pick it because I had my albums, and I was just like, I forgot who it was. Oh, Hatebreed. I was happy you put Hatebreed. I don't think I put Hatebreed in mine.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I was happy you did.
This
that was
a
an
Hatebreed podcast, and you didn't put them on.
Yeah, well, write a better album next time. I don't
know.
Just pew, 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 pew.
On that note, guys, tune into Jesse's reactions where he has more hard takes. And more dumb covers and more reactions. Where can we find those reactions, Jesse?
YouTube.com/c/insid1. You can also, if you go to my Instagram, Insid Stream, I have a link tree with all those links, all the latest podcasts on all the reaction videos on YouTube. I always have the link to the latest podcasts. Always a new Thursday, every Thursday, Chris. Every Thursday. There's a new podcast episode, and Insid Stream on Twitter also, and yeah, that's about it for me. Chris, actually, weirdly enough, you have a podcast. I also heard you have a radio show on Tuesday nights.
7 to 10 with my boy Ron. We talk Marvel movies and other movies as well. Whatever comes out, we talk about it. But it's also metal based, where I play you a bunch of brand new tunes. So you'll hear bands like Mouth for War. You'll hear bands like Currents, Code Orange, and all those awesome. But Slipknot right here, Black Crown Initiate, Every Time I Die, Kill Switch.
Loathe.
No Loathe. Because you sold. No, kidding. You hear Loathe. You hear all that good stuff. So make sure you guys tune in 7 to 10 Eastern time, because we're based out in New Jersey. Here, 90.3 WMSC. And guys, listen to the podcast as well. If you're watching right now, we do have it on a bunch of other platforms like Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Castbox, whatever it may be.
All major podcast platforms.
All of them are there. I'm going to name them all off again. I'm just kidding. Yeah, check it out, guys. And remember, if you're listening to this, we do have our beautiful faces on YouTube.
Yeah, and also, yeah, either one is perfect. But whatever platform you do use, like, subscribe, leave comments. Don't care if it's negative or positive. Just let us know, because that's how we get better. If it's negative, and if it's positive, let us know what we're doing well. And also, if you happen to have guests that you would recommend, and also, I don't know, ask us how our days are going. I don't know, something like that. So keep
Interact with us. That's what we want.
Yeah, talk to me. I'm lonely. Me and my girlfriend broke up like 10 months ago. I really need someone to talk to. Please comment on these podcasts. What is the ooh for? It's
on that
note,
note,
something awful. She like drove as fast as she could around Dead Man's Curb. She didn't make it. Now I'm alone. Dude, isn't that kind of crazy? No one even thinks about it. That used to be a common occurrence in like cartoons and movies and shows way back in the day. Don't you remember that? It's kind of like Quicksand. You don't remember that?
No.
Dead Man's Curb? You don't?
No.
You didn't watch horror movies, I guess.
No.
So. But kind of like the John Mulaney bit of like Quicksand. It's like, as a kid, I thought Quicksand was going to be a way bigger part of my adult life. It was just like, I thought you go down I-9 and then watch out. Avoid I-4 though, because there's a lot of quicksand on I-4. You got to go down I-9. It's just like, you never even had to deal with it once. It's just like, yeah, that's true. Actually, every single cartoon back in the day had quicksand. There was always a quicksand episode.
Yeah, he's right.
He's right. Okay, I know I just derailed it. Just end the episode. Let's go.
All right, guys. Until next time, keep it real.